Is it because you are so absent as a father that you are unable to vent and be triggered by Mother's Day? Or is it because you are just a peaceful person and you have more order than the woman that you made a baby with? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. If you're joining in for the first time, welcome to the family. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you're returning, I would really like to say thank you so much. I really appreciate the love and support that you're showing me. I would also like to send a special shout out to those who are signing up for membership. I really appreciate you because you are really contributing towards the growth of my channel. Shout out to you. God bless you for that. Now, moving right along, today we're going to be talking about Mother's Day. Why are fathers not venting on Mother's Day as much as mothers are venting on Father's Day? And we all know that at the end of Mother's Day, there'll be a lot of posts going around on social media where people will be saying, you see, Mother's Day was peaceful and quiet, but come Father's Day, people will be making noises. Hey, I'm a mother and a father at the same time. Yada, yada, yada. People will just be calling people out for not stepping up as fathers. What is so peaceful about Mother's Day that causes so much drama on Father's Day? I said in a video last year that every mother has a right to vent on Father's Day because if they feel like Father's Day is a trigger for them, it reminds them of how they picked an idiot to make a baby with and that idiot ran away, then they should vent about that. If it is a trigger for them, if it reminds them that they are doing this thing on their own or their struggles, if it is just a reminder of pain or a wound, then mothers have every right to speak or vent on Father's Day. I did another video yesterday to say, guys, if you're a father who is not happy with the way your mother is mothering your child, now is the time for you to actually also vent about your struggles of being a father on Mother's Day. If you feel like you are both a mother and a father at the same time, you can say Happy Mother's Day to me. If your kid feels like as a father, you are both a mother and a father, then Happy Mother's Day to you as well. If there's anything that does not sit well with you, which is a trigger that you would like to address on Mother's Day, nobody is stopping you. Is it that fathers are not venting on Father's Day because they are peaceful people, or is it because there is absolutely nothing to complain about? Because if you don't have content to post about, it's not that you're a private person, you just don't have content. So if you don't have anything to complain about, it's not that you're a person who does not like complaining, you just don't have anything to complain about. Is it because you are so absent as a father that you are unable to vent on Mother's Day and be triggered by Mother's Day? Or is it because you are just a peaceful person and you have more order than the woman that you made a baby with? That's the question for today. Hey Q.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, my brother?
Good. Always a pleasure to chat with you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yes. I hear your question, and it's a fair one to a certain extent, in the sense that yes, um, men should speak out, right?
Sure.
And wherever they feel that they're being hard done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then we have to be fair and say, is society ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
Because we see it, right?
Yeah.
We see it in a lot of spaces where even on just general interactions, when a man is very expressive,
Yeah.
then you go, oh my gosh, he acts like a woman, or
Yeah.
who's the woman in this relationship?
Yeah.
Are we ready for that space where men can be that vocal about what goes on in their lives? Because I remember I once posted a video and I said, with all the divorced cases that we hear, we always hear the women speak out.
Sure.
We never hear divorced men come out and say,
Yeah.
yes. And I know divorced men who, when I hear their stories, one of which I know personally because I saw it unfold,
Yeah.
he never speaks ill of his wife.
Yeah.
And the one thing that he will always say is, no, that's the mother of my child.
Yeah.
So let me move, and I'll collect myself, I'll do what I need to do, let me move on. So I think it's also the way men are built.
Yeah.
We are not built to, and not genetically, but just from society.
Yeah.
To be able to express. If men were just to come out and start talking about it, would turn you women off.
Sure. Sure.
You guys would be so turned off if men came here and were all about our feelings now and
Yeah.
And you are hearing it in the social media streets where people say, oh, these men want to be treated like women now, they want us to shelter them, they want you know what I mean? When men are just saying, no, we also want to be appreciated. We also want to feel wanted. We want to feel loved.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah said want sex. They just lack intimacy.
And they don't know how to get that. To them, intimacy is then interpreted as sex.
As sex. Do you get what I
Yeah.
mean? Because there are a lot of these things that we can't unlock yet. And
Yeah.
we need to, I always say to men, we need to build those platforms. We need to be the ones to do that. No one is going to do it for us.
Sure.
So I get what you are saying, and I get your point. And yes, to a very large extent, there are a lot of men who can't vent.
Yeah.
Because they are the perpetrators.
Yeah.
But for those who are the victims, I think it's going to be very difficult for them to speak out.
Yeah, I agree with you to a certain degree, ne? But I just want to share a little story with you. I have a guy that I call my divorce twin, because when I started with the whole divorce proceedings, he was also going through divorce. On his bio on TikTok, he had just managing or going through divorce and using TikTok as a distraction. That's the first person that I reached out to when I wanted to understand everything. Like literally, this guy was holding my hand and we were just going through the same thing at the same time. And throughout the whole thing, I know that there are so many male figures who consume my content and who speak to me on a private space regarding the process of divorce and everything, because they don't feel comfortable to speak about it openly. You're right about that one, ne? So this person also shares specific niche of content that has absolutely nothing to do with divorce, but they've been through divorce and they've shared bits and pieces of it, ne? But in their private spaces, they're able to vent out the way that we women vent out on a public space. But I need you to go a little bit, like I think the first time when I started knowing of you, ne, Q, you had a live where there was a discussion about the difference between me and Noni. I want to take you back to that day to say that that is where you will actually get to understand, or even people like me who are speaking openly about the struggles. Because right now, if you can check, it's not only divorce that I literally just share everything about my life in general, right? And it's not only divorce that I speak about, but there are so many people who then say I bash men because I speak the language that I speak. And also there are people that say that you know what, I'm a bad influence, I want to encourage divorce, I want to do this, I want to do that. All these people that are saying all these negative things to me, they are saying these things to me that they have said to other people in the past, and those people that they said those things to in the past decided, they're not gonna be called names, they're not gonna succumb to any of that, so it's better they stay away from the topic. But there's always going to be one or two people who are gonna say, listen, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna speak my mind, and I don't care what anybody else has to say out there. I'm gonna break this new ground. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that society is not ready for anything. Society is not ready for anything. I can tell you now, I was having a discussion with another guy earlier on to say, when he said to me that you seem to have a problem with patriarchy, but all the infrastructures, the roads, the cars, everything that is the way it is right now is because of this patriarchal whatever that was in place when these things were being invented, right? And I said to the same guy that, listen, apartheid was there. We lived through the era of apartheid, but that doesn't mean that apartheid is good. You understand what I'm saying? So just because something has always been like that, and there are some people who have been suffering from things being the way they are, even though there are some things which are positive that came out of that, it doesn't mean that other people should not, it doesn't mean that the status quo should not be challenged. Ne? So meaning that even when it comes to us speaking openly about things that, no man, I know that this is how we've been doing things the whole time, and it's been yielding good results, and it's been favoring a certain group of people, but I, for one, am not benefiting from this situation the way it is right now, and I'm gonna choose to speak out so that I can see if maybe there are other people who are like me out there who can relate. Because I can tell you now, every topic, whether it's a taboo topic, it's this or that, whether men are struggling and they don't want to speak ill of their ex-wives and whatever, Mara, the minute a man opens his mouth and speaks about his challenges, it's relatable. Nothing is new under the sun, Q. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of you saying as Q to say, if now I'm saying that I want to now vent and speak, you need to be ready to be shamboked like Madam Speaker. Because I get shamboked every day, but because I'm focused on, I know what I'm doing, regardless of how many people are going to come and bash me, or they call me names, or they accuse me, or I have to mention on a few videos to say, no, actually, this is my intentions. It doesn't change how people will they don't want to change their stereotypes. People want to be comfortable, and anybody or anything that comes and just shakes their comfort zone, they're going to have a problem with you. So definitely, I agree with you when you say that women are going to call them weak, women are going to call them names just for them speaking out and saying, listen, we also have frustrations. But how else are we supposed to get used to the fact that men also have problems, and men also need to vent, and men are going through stuff? If they don't enforce that thing, which they know what they're going to benefit from.
Yeah, I do agree. And that's why I said, like when men say they don't have a platform,
Yeah.
I always say that movement to create it. But also then being fair, if we look at, let's look at, okay, let's give an example. It might seem far-fetched,
Sure.
but I know you're intelligent enough to get where I'm going.
Sure.
You said, especially in that conversation that we had, you said, no, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Sure.
Right? I'm not obliged to say some men, some this, some that. Sure. I say what I say, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Sure.
If we look at other people who've been very vocal in these issues, one particular example being Andrew Tate. Right?
Sure.
The way the bricks come down on a man for being that way is it's very different. Where we get cancelled. Do you get what I'm saying? We get cancelled. I don't agree with everything Andrew Tate said.
Sure.
I don't.
Yes.
But in line of him being a person to say, no, me, I speak up. And this is what I say.
Yeah.
He gets RICO charged. He goes to prison for no charge. They can't explain why he's there. You look at another person like Kanye West who says, no, me, I just want to speak my mind.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with half of the things he says.
Sure.
But do we have the same liberty to come out and go on and say what we want to say? Someone here is saying, but no one is cancelling Musa Kaula. Number one, either it's coming. Number two, he has a draw card that heterosexual men don't have.
Yeah.
Gay men can come out and practically almost do and say anything and nothing will happen.
Sure.
Right? Gay men will come out and call you guys bitches.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch, yes.
Yes.
They've got certain cards that they can use that we don't.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
That we don't have. So, for heterosexual men, is the space ready over and above, right? Over and above just on a social level. Right? If I decide, if Anele Madota comes out and speaks on a radio show and says there's this TikToker called Q doing this, Unati comes out and does, I'm done. He's bashing single moms. I'm done. That's it for me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yet Unati herself has a video, that case of hers, where she lied on this man's name and she's still gainfully employed. So is society beyond just us relating on a day-to-day basis, corporate and everything else, legally and whatever, are we ready to say, okay, men, come out and challenge the status quo?
Yeah. I'm gonna let Theo come in, Mara. Not for me, Q. I'm still going to emphasize on the fact, Yaori. There's one thing that Julius Malema once said when he was asked, are you not afraid to die? You know, and he spoke about how he's going to fight, and he's gonna fight prepared. And him dying, if he's dying at the battlefield, then he died for a good cause. You get what I'm saying? So it's a matter of you being ready and willing to die for a good cause or not. Because I'm gonna go back to give an example with myself to say the things that I speak on a daily basis, I get attacks on a daily basis. You might think that because I'm a woman, to a certain degree, I'll be protected. To a certain degree, there'll be this, there'll be that. But I'm getting my fair share of shambox from people out there. You get what I'm saying? In as much as there are so many people who are relating to the stuff that I speak about on a daily basis, I'm getting shambogged on a daily basis. So it's a matter of you deciding as an individual to say, nah, with my truth that only I know, when I speak about it, am I ready to suffer the consequences that are going to come with me sharing my truth or not? And I do understand to say that when you now say that is society ready to accept? Society will never be ready for anything, like I said in the beginning. Mara, it starts with you. To say, when as an individual, if you're ready to speak, then speak. Otherwise, if you're not ready to speak, when other people are speaking, then there's nothing you can do about it. Watch me speak. Then, if you're not gonna be able to speak for yourself, and what you are saying about being cancelled, if you want to play, but there's a saying, there's a Zulu saying, I'm not very good with Zulu, which says that kwano gwala kukhalwa. You get what I'm saying? Meaning that if when you want to be safe and you stay away from trouble, that means you have to stay within certain boundaries. But the minute you want to step out and question the status quo, you need to be ready for anything that comes at you because of you questioning the status quo.
Yes. I get the difference between the shambok you're talking about and the shambok I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is the shambok you get is going to be very different from the one I get. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will literally lose job opportunities. I can't work because he's on social media bashing women or social media talking against women.
Yeah.
For you, it's in the. I'm not saying you have it easy.
Yeah.
You will get the comment section. Hey, when are you hate men? That's as far as it's gonna go. You can still host your conferences. You can still do what you need. Me now, if I go down the road you're going as a man. That's it. You see, someone is saying Shaddai is only on Twitter. That's where he is. That dude, he's from Zim. I know him. He can't do anything. Absolutely nothing. He's only on Twitter. And again, I must say, I don't agree with half of the things he says.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying this in support of it.
Sure.
I'm just saying that the pushback that one gets versus the other is going to be different. Even though I do get what you're saying. And so if men then say, okay, let's band together so that if ever such a pushback happens, we've got each other's backs, then I'm like, okay, there we go. Now, men, we are talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because Q, ne? Remember a lot of women, and every time when I speak about the issue of co-parenting, women are never on my side because I'm a very straightforward talker. When I say that as a mother, even if a guy is maintaining the child or not, you have no rights to withhold the child from having a relationship with their father. Ne? Women are never on my side with that one. But there's somebody that I love very much that I follow on Instagram, no, on YouTube. I subscribe. I'm a chiller. I subscribe to McG. Nah. I know it will be unbelievable for a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff that he says that I don't agree with. There's a lot of stuff that he says that I agree with, and I enjoy watching podcast and chill. You get what I'm saying? And McG is one of those examples of people that you are referring to right now to say when you're a woman basher, you get cancelled, you get this, you get that. You get what I'm saying? So meaning McG, with him standing in his truth, he's willing to lose things like deals with Channel O and disassociation with everybody else out there who feels like his channel is all about bashing women, and he's willing to stick it out with only the people. He's being authentic. And he's willing to stick with only those people. And look at how big he's growing right now, just by him being himself and not being afraid to say, if I speak my mind, somebody's going to come and accuse me of being a woman basher. Me, I know that right now when I say that if you're an it girl, you must tell the truth to say you are making your money via selling body. You're not making your money via gigs. So that's his truth, and he's going to stick to it. And the shambox that are going to rain on him, that are going to come because of that, he's willing to take that.
I get you. Before I let Fiso in and also step out,
okay.
You see, this is an example of what I'm saying, my lady. All the examples Q is giving are problematic people.
Yeah.
Can he give examples of people who aren't? Do you see what I'm saying? I did state I don't agree with half of the things people are talking about.
Sure.
The concept here is men speaking their mind. That's it. They're speaking their mind.
Yeah. About the unfairness that they're getting, or the ill treatment, or whatever that triggers them. Sure.
They're just speaking their mind. Uzwite has already said, no, but that's problematic. So it's very immediate. Whereas, even like with you, I've learned to say, oh, I see where she's coming from. And I think you've done your thing to the point where a lot of men are like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Okay, I see what that is. I may not agree, but I see what that is.
Yeah.
Do we have the same room to have that happen? You get what I'm saying? Because immediately sweeping. No, those people are problematic. And it's like, yeah, but the concept is a man stating his mind.
Yeah, a man voicing out his pains, his opinions, his frustrations, his this, his that. Because also at the same time, remember when you voice out the problems that you have about me as your baby mama, for example, because remember this about Mother's Day. Regardless of whether I agree with you or not, I'm going to sit down in my corner and I'm going to say, okay, maybe I'm really not doing well here, and I will do it. But the ultimate goal for you to vent out and speak about your frustrations. If I know that I'm a baby mama to you and I'm getting away with you not having access to your kids, if you cry out and you get help and you get access to kids, it's a win. It's a win for the kid. It's a win for you. And I, as the baby mama, I must just learn how to deal with my issues with you. So at the end of the day, men venting out and speaking out is not to destroy women, but it's to get what is right for them.
Right.
Sure.
No, I get you. Now let me give others a chance. Shout out to you.
Thank you so much, my brother. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Always a pleasure, my sister.
All right. Thanks. Theo? Hi, Theo. Hi.
Yes.
Talk to me, my brother.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
No, you know, actually speaking about something that is very, very sensitive.
Sure.
And when I say sensitive, I don't mean people must shy away from speaking the truth. But this is the sensitiveness that we need in order to have awareness.
Sure.
Because as soon as you remove the sensitiveness out of it, you start realizing, you start having awareness to say, oh, actually we do go through this as well.
Sure.
You know what Q is talking about? I'll show you a simple thing. Let's not focus on corporate and other things.
Sure.
In this society, if you speak about a man that is fat, a man that smokes weed every day, and is probably useless. Because most of you will say, why can't you go to the gym? Why can't you stand up and look for a job? But let's do it vice versa. Look at a woman that is fat. Look at a woman that just drink and remain home and do nothing with her life. Society will go and say, you go girl, you are beautiful. We still forza. You understand?
Yeah.
So the cycle of it starts there before it gets to brands and corporate and whatsoever. So the cycle of it starts with us at home saying to a woman that is fat, who's unhealthy, no, you're actually beautiful the way you are. But when you look at a man who's fat and unhealthy, you start bashing on that man. Okay. To say you're a man, you must stand up, go to the gym, go to the streets and run. Stop smoking weed, stop doing this, stop doing that. But as soon as you call out women for their things that they are doing that are wrong, and then you have an against women. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I want us to study there so that you understand it's not easy for us to make that kind of awareness as men now. Because if I come to you and with a script and you are my partner, and I say to you, Sando Sam, men are going to sexualize you. Okay. And the first thing you're going to say, it is not my problem.
Okay. That's correct. That's the first answer that came at the top of my head, actually.
You can do that, but how does it make me look? My image with you. It counts. Okay. We don't focus on that. Yeah. Now, if a man comes wearing a vest and he has a bush armpits, no one will say, Chief, go and remove. Someone will go and say, Chief, remove this vest and put a proper t-shirt. Because you don't look good in this outfit. You understand? So it's the psychology of it. Now that's why now you come into businesses, and as soon as you come and say, I said something about you as a woman, and then you can start influencing other brands to say, no, but Theo is a misogynist. Theo is this, that, and they start consulting me because of I said one thing about you that was not good. Because I was trying to create awareness. Look at the issue of Katleo. Katleo went to court for cheating, which is a personal thing. Which is a personal thing. You understand? But he accumulated in public. Sure. And at some point, he stayed for almost a year without a job. Sure. And he had to go to court. That's money. Let's look at Toles. He said he harassed someone. There was no evidence. He got cancelled. He almost ended his life. So what Q is talking about, it's those kind of consequences that we men go through. Whether we did it or not. Whether it's proven, whether it's not proven. But we get the harsh stick at the end of the day. Where when we look back, we can't really come back and fix ourselves. Now it's a matter of this thing keeps locking behind you. Keeps locking behind you. Even if I greet you, as a man, I'm going to one with greeting you in a way that is right.
Yeah.
Or did I say something that you might find harassing in my sentence? You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why it got lost most of the time, when now, even us as men who are confident, who are willing to sit here on these platforms,
yeah,
and create awareness and speak to men and women, and then people will start saying, yeah, there is a problem with women. You understand? But if a woman will come and say something about a man, and then a man must listen and take notes.
Yeah.
So even now, I could say things that are even happening in KZN that you don't even know of, that are very, very painful, you know, and men suffer through it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You see, so my thing as well, just to come to the men's side as well, I feel us as men have left our duties and our roles in society.
Yeah.
Because of things like feminism, you know,
Sure.
because feminism, it's promoting actually the masculine energy in a woman.
Okay.
Most of the time, it doesn't come with solution, but it promotes a masculine energy.
Sure.
Now you find these women want to do everything for themselves under the name of independence.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that you had a union for a reason. And I'm not going to say there are men that are not genuine. I'll say people think, you go and look at who's going to compliment you as a woman and who's going to compliment you as a man. And as men, let's not leave our goals because of now a woman can do it.
Yeah.
Because even a woman doesn't live of nurturing kids, even though she might not want not to have kids, but when she sees a kid, she's going to that kid and nurture that kid at the end of the day.
Sure.
So it's the same thing I would like urge men to start doing. Stop running away from our responsibilities.
Okay.
This thing of having multiple kids, multiple partners, and then later on you run away, it's wrong. Even us, it kills the one man that is willing to say, let me help with you.
Yeah.
Let me help Q. Let me help Sabel. It kills.
You
understand?
Yeah.
Because now you'll realize, like you say, you'll realize if I could speak about this, I'm going to be one man out of 1,000 men. And it kills you, or it dehumanizes you to say, yeah, Papa, you understand? So,
Yeah.
so there's a lot that goes into these things from a woman's side and from a man's side.
Okay.
At the end of the day, men get the hashtag more than women.
Okay.
And that is just the honest truth. I'm hoping that one day as men, we can sit down and teach ourselves awareness in a conference setting, not in a setting where we're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because you even men, once you start, like, there was a live that I was on and we were speaking about the role of men in society. And someone was putting stats of men being in prison, of men that are doing things that are, you understand? But all we are saying is, you as a man, take your responsibility, take your role. We understand that people that got arrested. We understand that there are men that are doing criminal activities. But you, the one that are in society, what is it that you're doing to do? What you're doing is wrong. What is it that you're saying to make a woman aware? But you know, I don't have a problem with this trip. Just don't wear it outside the yard. Do it here inside the house. I don't have a problem with the bomb shot. Don't do it outside the yard. Do it inside the yard. And I would like maybe one day we can come on this platform and women can speak their truth and men can speak their truth. Not from a point of being emotional.
Yeah.
Not from a point of being a feminist. Not from a point of a political agenda or whatsoever.
Yeah.
But from a point of me as a man and you as a woman, how do we then help each other grow in our society?
Yeah.
Because the society is mental big time.
Yeah. You know, you know, Theo, I've been trying to withhold my comment regarding the whole because I didn't want to cut you. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna lose my trail of thoughts, because I feel like, for me personally, when you pick a woman, or when we pick each other as a man and a woman, I for one would never go for a man who tells me what to wear and what not to wear. I would never go for a man who says I'm fat and tells me what to do with my body. And I would never pick a man that would allow me to do that to them. I would never allow anybody to I would want somebody who accepts me for who I am and what I am, and they don't have any opinion about what I am. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to dismiss your preference, because I would like to call it a preference, because I would like to believe that there's a reason why I have a partner and you have a partner, and my partner does not have a say in what I wear, and you can have a say in what your partner wears, and your relationship is working out. That means that we're different. You get what I'm saying? We pick what works for us. So I for one, the whole thing of you saying bum shorts, that one does not work for me. My weight, whether I'm big or small, whether I'm being encouraged or discouraged, that for me does not make any difference. It does not count. And even you as a man, whether you smoke weed, you don't, whether you are fat, you are not, if I want you and I love you and I connect with you, I should be able to accept you as you are without having to tell you. So I feel like, Ione, you enable these things by allowing people to tell you what to do, and you take it. You get what I'm saying? The minute you open that door to taking what people want to tell you, or how you should live your life, then I'm not gonna judge you. It's a thing that when you are okay with. And when it comes to the masculinity and femininity, I feel like we as women of today, we are so liberated now. We are advanced compared to you men, because of us being able to speak openly and freely, ne? And it goes back to the thing that Q was saying, to say that men will get the harshest shambox if they speak out about a lot of things. But I need you to understand that our grandmothers, nephew, they raised our fathers while our grandfathers were in Egoli, ne? And that them doing all of that was never at any point attached or associated with femininity. It was just a way of doing things. But these days, when we are now, because now we are the generation that speaks out openly, right? Now, when we are doing the same thing that our grandmothers were doing, but now we're doing it on loudspeaker, because now we're not even ashamed. Now we're not trying to cover up for anybody. Now we're not trying to just make excuses for anyone. Now we come across as people who are now feminists. You get what I'm saying? But in my personal 2 cents opinion, I feel like this feminism that we feel like it's at hand right now has always been there. It's just that because women never got credit for what they've been doing, they were never recognized as these people who are actually doing the work, because they've been doing the work while fathers have been going to Egoli and fending. Some of them come home once a year. Who has been taking care of your family? You get what I'm saying? To a certain degree, I feel like women have been doing what right now is being associated with feminism, that when now they do it freely and openly and publicly, they get a name to be attached to them. So I just wanted to say that part before I could forget about it, because I was about to forget it, because I had let you speak for a while.
No. Basically, I was making this example just to make you aware why it's hard for men to actually have a voice in the society.
Sure.
So that's why I was making this example. It's not my preference or someone's preference, but I was just making this to say, even if a man can come to a woman that he loves and say, I don't have a problem not to this trip, just don't do it in these spaces.
Yeah.
And you'll be looking at a man that is controlling.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to have a view with your wife or your partner. You see, if a man is fat or whatever, he's not going to get a accreditation for being fat or whatsoever.
Yeah.
But a woman, on the other hand, would be given that.
Yeah, but women also as well, when I Theo, before, because I don't want to forget what I want to say, women as well do get bashed for being plus size. Ask any kid who's a girl who grew up with a thick bone. They go through the most. They get called names. It's only now that we are making this whole thing of being plus size fashionable that we are starting to embrace women. It's a movement now. But way before, women were really getting a shambok for being plus size. And as a man, if you had money, for example, and you were fat, nobody was going to say anything about your big belly, because you have money to compensate for it. You get what I'm saying? So there are things in place. I agree with you to a certain degree when you say that there are things which society has made a norm and acceptable. And when we compare the two, when it comes to society, there's always that thing, Yauri, in this angle, yeah, this we can accept because of this. This compensates for this. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you ask the lady to mute? Please mute your mic.
Oh, let me mute her.
So I was trying to be aware of it. Why men don't need to.
I'm failing to mute my way, God. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm going to have to let her go if I can't unmute her because, yeah, I think she's gone. All right.
Yeah, so I was trying to aware to why men now no longer see the need to even speak or live their roles in our society because of these such things. And I understand, I agree with you. I was once in a high school where women get bashed for being fat.
Yeah.
At some point, he landed up in thing, you know?
Yeah.
At some point, when it was an in thing, and black women used to get bashed for that.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I'm not against that. But I just wanted to make the aware then why is it hard for us as men to speak the truth and stand by it? Because it's going to be one man out of 1,000 of men. Because men have to adapt in this society. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, that's a conversation for another day. But we have learned to say, let me adapt. You know, let me allow this to happen. Because at the end of the day, if my woman goes out there and say, me now I oppress her by saying this or by saying that, then you even have seen it in divorces where people will go as far as tempting a man with some shine so that you can get certain things and out of so men have learned to adapt. But my fear is that we'll have a generation where we'll have more single mothers than ever before, and we'll have men who want to make money and focus on living on their own. You know? So that's why I said I wish one day you can have a host here, host like a platform where there's like how many spots are here now? Maybe 4 men, four women, 4 men, and speak the truth to say, guys, you know, we don't like it when you do this, and men can come and say, we also don't like it when you do that, not because of you're trying to control or because of preference or because of this. Like, let's remove all the political things that are done into it. Let's remove the societal trends, but let's speak from a genuine point. Yeah. You understand? Sure. You as a host, what is it that you would like to see your man doing or modern day man doing? Yeah. You understand? Yeah. And you can simply say, man, what is it that you would like to see modern day women start doing as well? Because we don't have those platforms, but I've seen where we sit in platforms and we bash each other up. To say, me, I'll never date a man who's like this, I'll never date a woman who's like that. But how do we then find common ground? Yeah. Because at the end of the day, common ground. Yeah. And it's very important to also have those conversations. Because you see, even now, we're going to speak, but I'm going to have speak because I'm scared of saying something that tomorrow I get from TikTok for saying something. You understand? So I wish we could have those conversations. No, I always make things happen, my brother. Don't worry, I'll make it happen. I'll just make a live announcement, and then those who are willing to join in, they just join in, and then we talk about all the issues. We put everything on the table of whatever it is that we want to discuss. Okay, no problem. Thank you for the platform. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. We have Link something. Hi, Link. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? Link something. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to butcher your name. No, it's all good. No, it's all good. Yeah. I think Link is just fine. All right. I might somewhat echo what. No problem. No problem. But nevertheless, I think, honestly, my view is that there is nobody at fault. Sure. There's nothing that we're doing wrong, and all these things are happening because of things are changing or things have changed. Yeah. You know, previously, obviously, the patriarchal system ruled things. You know? We all knew the man as the head of the household. But however, society now has changed. The view in society has changed. I think there has been initially a drive for equality amongst the two genders, but over and above, there's also another extreme sort of push whereby women are regarded as better than men. Sure. Which is in actual fact the opposite of a patriarchal system. Yeah. We all know that, you know, in life there's a balance, the yin and yang, the good and bad, and so forth. So we men have been enjoying the benefits of being on top for some time.
Sure.
But now the tables have turned, and now it's women's turn. And we men, unfortunately, now we then need to adapt to the new system, and adaptation is not easy.
Sure.
Whenever dealing with change, you'd find that some people do struggle with coming to terms with the new system, so to say. And as a result, that is why you find us men frustrated.
Sure.
That is why you find us men doing the things that we do, because we are no longer allowed to be men.
Yeah.
And this is men as we knew.
Yes.
What a man is and how a man should be, and that a man should be listened to. You always have the last word.
Yeah.
When you say you're not wearing that miniskirt, that's it. You're not wearing that miniskirt.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of, and I feel comfortable in it and whatnot. But yeah, we find ourselves belittled.
Sure.
We find ourselves somewhat dethroned, and as a result, we become frustrated. Now, we are not as verbally expressive as females, and as a result, now we are more, we express ourselves more physically than anything else, and that is why you even see the rise in abuse, and so forth. But it doesn't mean that women are perfect.
True.
Stats have been done, or rather not stats, but research has been done, and women have been found to be the most aggressive of the two genders. It's just that now women are more aggressive emotionally through conversing, as opposed to us men who are aggressive physically. But the system is just, we just need to adapt, and the system hasn't really found itself. It's not perfect. It's finding itself, and as a result, we are going through the motions of trying to see where we belong, where we should be. If you look at the work environment, more emphasis is given at women. There's a need for more women leaders than for men. So women seem to be leading the part in that regard when it comes to us. So which basically takes away the man's initial responsibility of providing. I mean, if you're not economically active as a man, how can you then provide for your family? So things are changing, and at the moment they are not settled. And only once the system is fully settled, that is when we will start finding ourselves. We should also be cautious of, if we encourage our boy childs to communicate, to cry and whatnot, we are encouraging that feminine element within them that will tomorrow make them seem like a boy girl, or have boy girl type of characters, whereby they are not as masculine as we would expect a boy to be. One mentioned that they tend to become gay and whatnot, but it's a possibility, because now obviously we've encouraged and we've allowed or enabled the feminine element within them to grow much more than before. So we should not be surprised when they start acting more feminine. So it's just, things are all over at the moment because of now the system that is changing. And only once the system has settled, only then will we then find where we belong as men, where women belong, and how we're going to interact and live together and move forward in that way. But yeah, I think that's my take.
I think it's one day at a time, but definitely we are going to live and pass. Our generation is going to pass while that process is still taking place, my brother, because I don't see it happening just like that, and us just settling things down and understanding each other in this generation. We can work on it, we can initiate the work, but yeah, those who are coming after us will finish the work, because definitely we have a long way to go. Because in the same breath, when you say that boy children being able to express themselves and speak openly and cry, we are saying to girl children, because now, Pella, remember, we are being accused of being feminists. Does that mean that as a feminist now, I don't even know, yeah, it's fine, give me the cap.
Yeah, if you look at, even though we regard them as a feminist movement, it's the orientation of it, and it's masculine. Because it has all the elements of that masculine energy. They are fighting. They are pushing a drive. They are not submissive. They are setting. They're saying these our rights, this is what we deserve and whatnot. So we call it feminine, but in actual fact, it's actually masculine energy showing itself. And we always raise our kids the same way of nature, you know? You don't raise your boy child differently from your girl child. You always raise your girl child to be as competitive. You know, this is now at school, in the work environment, in life in general, and those are all masculine energies we're talking about, because now they gave rise to the ego. That is why now we find that today the people who have the most egos are actually feminine. They're actually women. True. That is why they would have a problem with you just for the way that you look at them. Yeah. You know, if one woman looks at you funny, it's an issue amongst the two of you. Yeah. If they step on you, you can't even let that go. You have to take it up. You have to fight. You have to, but anyway, it's a lot, but one day at a time, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But it is what it is. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you being here and your input. I believe that if you were not here earlier, you missed on a whole lot of insights, you know, different opinions which were being shared on the platform. And I'd like to send a big shout out to everybody that contributed to the topic about fathers venting on Mother's Day, because as human beings, they're allowed to express themselves as much as we are going to be venting on Father's Day. That's for sure. I can tell you that much. We're going to be venting on Father's Day to say, is it a safe space for men to vent? Are they waiting for somebody to give them that safe space in a platter? Or are they going to vent simply because it is what feels right for them to vent on Father's Day? If you've missed the live, you can catch it on YouTube. I'm going to post the video on YouTube for those who came late. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. We will meet again on Thursday. Thursday is standard, ne? Thursday, we already know Thursday from 7 to 9, we are live, Losing in Love, and we are sharing all the stories, and we are just pouring into each other's cups and engaging, right? So thank you so much, guys, for joining in the live. I'll see you on the next one on Thursday, or if I do a random one somewhere along the way, we will see each other then. But otherwise, Thursday, definitely for sure, we will meet then. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend and enjoy Mother's Day to every single mother out there. I love you all. Mwah.